Hey guys, Owen Malul here. Today we're going to discuss the main differences between traditional martial arts and competitive fighting sports to Krav Maga. We're going to compare between them and see how effective they are to real-life scenarios when you need to defend yourself. Okay guys, our next move actually comes from classic Krav Maga. Now before we dive right into this move, I would like to tell you a little bit about my own background in Krav Maga. I've been practicing Krav Maga for the last 24 years of my life from the first organization called Kami, which comes actually from the founder of Krav Maga, Emil Lichtenfeld. Now, I myself did not have the honor to meet Emil Lichtenfeld, but I did have the honor to meet his first student named Elia Wichser in seminars, classes. I've been training with him as a kid. Later on, as an adult, Elia Wichser passed away, and Krav Maga started to split to different small organizations. Each one took it to his own directions. Now, what I'm here to tell you guys, even though I come from the source of Krav Maga, the most original and authentic stream of Krav Maga that comes right from the founder, Emil Lichtenfeld, even though what we've been learned from my own instructor as a kid, myself and the other students, that Krav Maga always needs to be checked and if needed, updated. There is no one technique that needs to be transferred from generation to the generation, to the master, to his student, etc. The idea of Krav Maga is basically taking moves from different martial arts, open your mind, and form the most effective, the most realistic system of self-defense. This is not a martial art, there's nothing artistic in it, it's not a sport. There are no rules, there is no judge. The idea of Krav Maga is basically to bring you the best techniques. That's why, even if your instructor is teaching you a certain move, there is always a possibility to be with open mind and check, is this move really going to work in reality? And if not, maybe adapt another move. That's the idea and that's the philosophy of Krav Maga. And me, myself, basically what I'm taking into my own business, into my own school, is even the techniques I've been learning from my own instructor and even the classic moves that comes from Krav Maga, always to be able to check them, be humble enough, and learn from anyone. I've been learning moves from different people around the world, from my own students, and if they're going to be effective for reality, I'm going to teach it to my own students. So let's dive into this move and see how do I teach in my school. Okay, so classic Krav Maga move against the stub that goes towards the stomach. One more time, I will explain what happened here. The guy is stabbing me towards the stomach. I'm going with an inside defense with my forearm. Right after, grabbing and striking, grabbing his hand, striking. After that, going for a full grip, strike, kick, and from here I can continue. Arm with an arm lock to the ground, or simply when he's standing up, taking the knife, okay? Now, let's dive a little bit deeper into this move and see if in reality is going to be always effective against a stub that goes straight. So we have to understand that in Krav Maga we have different defenses, what we call an outside defense and as an inside defense. If Leo is going to go and attack me with a punch or even with a knife from the outside in, I'm going to have to use what we call an outside defense. If Leo is going to go towards my face, whoop, I'm going to have to use what we call an inside defense. So this was the kind of rule that we always followed in Krav Maga. If the attack is outside of your hands, always go with an outside defense. If the attack is inside of your hand, whoa, always go with an inside defense, which means the shortest move is always the best move. What I realized that is when an attacker goes and stabs you straight, he can go to the stomach, he can go to the chest, he can go to the throat, head area. And sometimes when things happen fast again, you're not able too much to realize if it goes stomach or even lower than stomach towards the legs, boom. And in a real life scenario, when everything is happening fast, when he's gonna go lower, sometimes, oh, as you can see, I might miss. So now you're gonna be going instead towards of my chest, for example, lower than that. So let's try to do it one more time. I'm assuming here, you have to understand, in martial art, one of the things in a training is, okay, you're gonna give me this punch, I'm gonna do this defense. You're gonna stop me down, I'm gonna do this defense, which in reality does not necessarily happen. Your attacker is not telling you, I'm going to attack you in this manner. So now as Leo, I'm assuming he goes towards my stomach, okay? And he's gonna go even a little bit lower now. Okay, one more time. Pay attention. I'm gonna do the classic move of Krav Maga and pay attention that I still get a stab towards my leg, pelvis area. One more time. If he's going to go towards my chest, the inside defense might be effective. But one more time. In a real-time scenario, suddenly he can go down lower than that. When I think he goes toward my chest and he's actually going towards my stomach or lower, that might be a problem. I get the stab, and the moment I get the stab, he is of course the advantage. What we're going to show you is the way we teach in our school, one move that's going to be able to stop this stab if it goes to the chest, throat, stomach, and even lower than that. Okay, so here I am, maybe even seeing the attacker with a knife. If I see him, I can bring my hands up. If not, it can be done from here. Leo, attack. Hop. Now what I want you, Leo, to do is to stub me. Stomach, chest, throat, lower body, legs, whatever you want. Try to touch, Leo. So as you guys saw, I always did the same move, which is an outside defense. Now, on one hand, the outside defense is a longer move. On the other hand, as you see, it will always work. With analyzing the move, what I also noticed is that the outside defense is sometimes even more natural than the inside defense. When a person's hands are close to his body, many times, instead of doing an inside defense, which look like this, a person is doing kind of this move, same move. If you're going to kick me, by the way, the other leg is going to be exactly the same move. So what's so great about this move is he can stab, he can kick, he can punch, and I'm always going to be repeating the same move. Does not matter if he goes to my chest, stomach, or even lower than that. Which in the Krav Maga classic move with the knife, if I am doing the defend when he goes to my chest, might work. But if he goes lower than that, I might get into trouble. Not speaking about what happens after the move, grabbing, which in our school we less believe in grabbing, because when you grab a person's hand with a knife, the most natural way for him is simply pulling it. So what we have to transfer you guys here, always be with an open mind. Check yourself, check the moves of your instructors. If you're dealing with real Krav Maga, with real self-defense, you should always update yourself. As we said, be with an open mind and try to create the best thing that will able to defend yourself. Thank you guys for joining our Krav Maga class. You guys can stay tuned and check out our Facebook and YouTube page and learn more Krav Maga tips and lessons. Thank you.